Welcome to the country of Aquaria. We're here today to meet a local farm worker named Kayla. Kayla has worked at this farm for years, but today, that's about to change.
Kayla, thank you for your hard work today. Do you have a moment to talk?
Of course, Michael.
Do you remember a few weeks ago when I talked to all of the workers about the problems with the stream?
Yes, you told us that many invasive plants are growing along the stream, and because they need more water, it leaves less for us to use for irrigation in the fields.
Precisely. And the problem is getting worse every season. We are not going to have a strong year, so I have to make some hard decisions.
Michael explained that because of the water shortages, he would not be able to continue paying Kayla her wages. Kayla was disappointed, but she understood that Michael had no choice. Michael and his workers weren't alone. Many other farms in Aquaria were facing similar water shortages, often due to the growth of invasive plant species that take in more water. Kayla returned home, frustrated and without work.
How will I provide for my family?
She thought.
Other farms will have the same problem, so they won't hire me. Where else could I work? What's this?
Kayla has just discovered a flyer for the Clean the Stream program. She decides to find out more. The Aquarian government had heard about these invasive plant problems, the water shortages they cause, and how these shortages were affecting local farms. In response, the Ministry of Environment had allocated $5 million Aquarian dollars in its budget proposals to plant clearing projects, which they had been planning to contract to private firms. However, their analysis showed that this budget would not be enough to reach all of the regions of Aquaria. Meanwhile, in its budget proposals, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development began allocating $2 million for irrigation works and $3 million to creating jobs for people like Kayla, who were recently unemployed due to the water shortages. When the two ministries heard of what the other was planning, they immediately recognized an opportunity to work together. They proposed a joint initiative called Clean the Stream, a public works program to clear invasive plants and provide temporary employment and training to the rural unemployed. This joint initiative therefore held an allocated budget of $10 million Aquarian dollars. Rather than distributing this budget into 3 isolated projects, the Clean the Stream program distributed this budget in a way that cut across multiple sectors, creating more benefits for the Aquarian people through these synergies. Of course, such an approach was not without challenges. For example, the ministries didn't have the expertise to carry out the skills training elements of the program, and also wanted to avoid the high cost of setting up offices in remote areas. Instead, they partnered with community organizations and local entrepreneurs to plan the cleaning projects and to provide skills training and a range of social services to the workers. When it came time to establishing the projects at the local level, the two ministries couldn't agree on where the plant clearing should take place. The Ministry of Environment wanted to start with the areas most threatened with biodiversity loss and the main watersheds, and work down to ensure water security. Often, this meant working far from villages. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development wanted the work to take place near villages with the most unemployment, to provide the most benefit possible for the local people. The two ministries came to an agreement that some projects would transport workers to key watersheds and most threatened areas, while others would be based near villages with high concentrations of unemployment. Finally, the government had to figure out how to deal with invasive alien species on private properties, from which they could spread to the newly cleaned areas. A new law was passed that required private landowners to clear invasive plants from their own properties. This law also boosted the demand for the local workers who had been trained by the Clean the Stream program. This program sounded great to Kayla, and she decided she would sign up.
Kayla, nice to see you again.
It's good to see you too, Michael.
I heard that you have been working with the Clean the Stream project, clearing the invasive plants around this area.
Yes, the project just finished.
Well, it has made a big difference. Ever since the project started, the water levels in the stream have started to return to normal. This year's crop is already much better than last.
That's good news. I wish I could work with the project permanently, but it's only temporary work. In fact, a big part of the project is on the job training, including how to identify and clear invasive plants. I can now use this knowledge to run my own projects in clearing invasive plants from any property.
That's great. Well, I know that some parts of my own land have invasive plants that were not cleared by the Clean the Stream project. I'm looking to pay someone to clear those areas. Are you interested in negotiating a contract?
And with that, Kayla embarked on her first project as an independent business owner.
So you see, Clean That Stream is much more than an environmental initiative. Of course, its purpose is to clear invasive plants from the land to ensure water security throughout the local watershed. But as you've seen, that's not all. Clean the Stream provides temporary work opportunities for the unemployed and provides them with knowledge and experiences so that they can start their own businesses.